Hey everyone, it's TJ. So I've seen some devlogs coming out from the custom Black Ops 3 mod tools community, making, their videos on their custom zombie maps they're working on, whether it's Zella doing North Wales Sanatorium, Mad Gaz doing his Operation Harbridge, or whichever he's working on right now. I think it's Operation Vacate, I want to say. You have, Verco working on Return to Transit, and, they make some devlogs or some videos, or they even stream it, whatever. And I really like that concept because it shows us, how they're thinking about, what they're doing and, why they're doing what they're doing, things like that. The devlog just tells us what they're up to, what their current work in progress looks like, and all of that, and I love it. Unfortunately, the one thing I never really see with these devlogs is, well, multiplayer design. Mr. Tom Waffles here is the only creator that I've actually seen make his own custom multiplayer maps and not just remake one from the past. I'm not saying remaking one is bad, but Tom is the only guy that I've known to actually make his own. Multiplayer design is a completely separate avenue, and honestly, for me, it's a lot more fun. Now, granted, I am working on a custom zombies map with my buddy Viper. We haven't announced that yet, so I'm not going to go into that. But like with multiplayer design, you have to do a lot of thinking. You have to figure out each and every single angle, the layout of the map. Granted, the layout is the same concept for zombies, except with multiplayer, you have to think of, okay, from this particular angle, I can see this person, or I can see this angle, this sight line, etc. I can be seen by this sight line. I can be seen here, 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 things like that, right? So you really have to think about every single angle and every single location on a multiplayer map, and you have to think, how am I going to keep pushing a player forward? Because let's be honest, it's Call of Duty. Everyone wants to just keep on moving forward. If you're not moving forward, you're going to camp, right? And people hate campers, even though they sometimes camp themselves. But I wanted to create a multiplayer map that would be fun and inviting. I just wasn't sure at first what I wanted to make for a theme. So I asked on Twitter, I was like, hey, if I was to do some devlogs on a custom multiplayer map, what kind of theme would you want to see? And Ayush Patel was like, hey man, do Carnival. Now, I personally don't usually like to make maps that have already been created or themes that have already been created in the past. And, when you hear Carnival Call of Duty, what do you think of? The Modern Warfare 2 DLC map. If you actually played that map, then that's what you'd think of. If you never played that, then you probably wouldn't think of that. Regardless, the problem with Modern Warfare 2's Carnival, yeah, there was no animations to it. When I say animations, there was nothing lively about it. There was nothing that brought the map to life. It was an abandoned amusement park. That was kind of cool, and it was fun to run around, but things were starting to overgrow, things were broken down, things like that, and so it gave off this kind of chilly, eerie vibe, right? But you want a carnival to be, full of lights and just full of noise, excitement, all of that, right? And if you think about an amusement park at night, it's so cool. The concept is really awesome and fun. And I wanted to bring that to a multiplayer map. Now, the way I do things is I have to start with the top down so that I actually know my layout. So that's what I did here. The only thing is, for me at least, and this is different for each designer, I'm sure, but my top downs never end up being exactly the same on paper as they do in the blockout or in the actual editor, because a lot of times when you're running through your initial blockout, you're thinking, okay, well, this area doesn't work, or this doesn't, seem to work the way I wanted it to, or I don't like this. I like this, but I don't like that, things of that nature. So you iterate on it, right? Now, I've already gone through and done a couple of passes on it, so I've already changed a chunky amount, I'd say, but you could probably see some sort of resemblance from what I drew on the top down to what I have in the editor, right? Now, also, my middle section is going to be changed already. I can tell you that right now. I'm going to go probably with a circus tent or something in the center. That way it's kind of more closed off, and you don't have to worry about, having 6 different sight lines to be seen from when you're in the center there. I want it to feel a little bit more safer. Not like camper safe, but I want you to feel safer when you're going in there. Plus, I think I need some more cover from above, from the kill streaks from above. So there's that as well. But yeah, this is what I have so far. Now, because I want this map to be lively, obviously there's going to be a lot of moving parts, right? One of the things that I wanted to add to kind of bring some fun to the map, just purely fun, is a train that actually moves and that you can ride on. So my buddy Ryzency, he's currently working on prototyping a train. This is just a basic platform. Obviously, it's the base prototype to kind of get the basic system in place so that we can build off of it from there. And I kind of started building a track for it. But how cool would it be to just get on the train and ride along the train, right? You see an enemy, try to shoot him while you're moving. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit difficult because you're on a train. And for the people that are down below, they can try to shoot you. It might be a little bit difficult because you're moving, but I think that'd be really fun to just be able to go across the entire map or around the entire map on a train. So, you know, we're going to try to implement that. As far as the other attractions and rides go, I want to try to see if I can get like a merry-go-round, you know, actually moving or something, or a Ferris wheel, kind of spinning around. Obviously, some of these things you could not put gameplay on. I would never put a, you know, I would never allow the player on the Ferris wheel. That would just be ridiculous. I mean, this isn't Warzone. But, like, there's just so much that can be done with this theme. So that's kind of what we're doing. Now, I also wanted to make sure that I set this mechanically to be boots on the ground. I don't want any advanced movement. I want this to feel like a Black Ops 1 sort of thing, because I like the boots on the ground, or Cold War even. I don't know. You get what I'm saying, though. Like, I just, as much fun as the movement system is with Black Ops 3, there's a lot that can be done with just basic movement, regular movement. So that's what I'm going with. So this is just the initial devlog. Obviously, I'm going to have more as I update the map. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this. And if you did, let me know in the comments below. Drop a like on it if you want to. And if you want to see more from me, hit that subscribe button. If you have any suggestions or feedback or anything like that, be sure to let me know in the comments below. But if you dislike this video, drop a dislike. But tell me why. Helps me out. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'm TJ, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.